Good morning, everyone. How are we? We all good? Yeah. Right. I'm just gonna do a couple of things. Give me 30 seconds. What is going on, everyone? It's Mike back again. This is your early morning Premier League predictions show. As I said at the start of this series, if you played on a Friday night, it did not matter. I automatically got that correct. So, yeah, look, I predicted Leeds 3, Villa 0 in a game that, quite honestly, I wasn't expecting from Villa. They certainly didn't turn up at all. They couldn't get on the ball. Grealish was completely out of the game. So was Barkley. It was a shocker last night. And Leeds played really well. Leeds constantly attacked Villa, certainly down the right and left-hand sides, and just getting them balls across the box. Bamford played really well, getting a hat-trick, and credit to him. So, yeah, it was a good performance by Leeds, and they sit third in the table now. So, let's move on to the half-12 kickoff today. It is West Ham against Manchester City. Who knows what to expect from West Ham? Who knows what to expect from West Ham? I personally do not get how they're playing football in sort of the style that they are. I will go through some of the comments in a minute, I promise. I'll stop halfway through and have a little read. Man City going into this game. Look, they didn't play great in Champions League midweek. They haven't massively played great last season. You know, if you break down some of the stats and things, look, Man City are favourites. They've got more home wins, more away wins than them. You know, the last time Man City played West Ham at West Ham, they won 5-0. So, don't get me wrong, Man City going into this game are favourites, but it's a tough game for them. So, look, it's your half-12 kickoff on BT Sport. I suspect Man City win this game 2-0. Think it'll be closer than last time. Fulham against Crystal Palace on BT Sport box office. So I'm hoping a lot of the Fulham and Crystal Palace fans are donating £15 to food banks and watching it on a dodgy stream, because I think, quite honestly, it's absolutely scandalous what these broadcasts are trying to do. Fulham, it's been weird for Fulham. You know, it looks like they could score goals. They can score goals. They can, you know, they've been okay going forward defensively. You just don't know what's going to turn up for Fulham. You know, Crystal Palace and go into this game, and they haven't been great either. You know, they obviously lost at home to us. They got battered. Then they had a draw with Brighton. So this game's a really difficult one for me to judge. But I just fancy Fulham to get their first Premier League win here. So I'm going Fulham 1-0. Very tight game, but I'm going to say that they keep a clean sheet. Possibly the game of the day, Manchester United against Chelsea. Now, neither team, for me, have pulled up any trees this season. Now, bearing in mind that Manchester United, yes, they didn't spend mega amounts of money. Out of 4 games, they've got 2 wins, 2 draws. 2 wins, 2 defeats. They sit -3 on goal difference. And then you go a bit further up to Chelsea, and they've had 2 wins, 2 draws, and a defeat. So they haven't started as well. And they spent 200 million. Man United being at home off the back of beating PSG away, which was a great result for Manchester United. There's absolutely no getting around that. I think this makes it very difficult for Chelsea. So for me, I think it's a draw, but I could see if one team's going to win it, I think it'd be United. So I'm going 1-1, but I do think that if there's going to be a winner, it'll be Man United. Liverpool against Sheffield United. I'm not going to spend too much time on Liverpool. Liverpool fans did my absolute head in and have done over this week. The media have done my head in about Liverpool Football Club. It's been pathetic. It's been absolutely pathetic. You know, Van Dijk he's not dead, and the Echo are bringing out pictures of him all blacked out as if he's he's no longer with us. It was absolutely pathetic, and they've just proven to a lot of people who maybe didn't believe it that all around the world they are the media darlings. So, quite honestly, that's that. So I won't talk about Liverpool. Sheffield United, they've started rough. They've started rough this season. They've started a lot worse than I expected. They've not been great. They've got 1 point all season, which was a draw at home to Fulham. So it's not like they're beating promoted teams at home. I think they could really struggle here today. I'm expecting Liverpool to beat them. I think it'll be 5-2 Liverpool. I think it could be a real kick in for Sheffield United. Right, let's go through some of the comments. FL Games, yes, boys. Yes, mate, you're right. FL Games, up the toffees indeed. Claire Barton, could be a good game. I think it will. I think it will be a good game. Roger Thompson, hi from Oz. Let's get another win on Sunday, boys. Absolutely. Claire Barton, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I can mind watching you. You're probably going to hate me now, Claire. I'm sorry. Alex CH. Hi, mate. Hope all is well. It is good, mate. Roger Thompson. Hi, Mike. Hope you and John are going well. Absolutely fine. John's just having a little break. He will be back next week. There's literally nothing to worry about. Everton botches, as discussed. Claire Barton, the suspense. Look, I think you'll win, Claire. I need to calm down with Liverpool at the minute, Claire, as you can imagine. Holly is here. Morning, Holly. How are you, darling? Celtic Vape. Leeds looked great last night. Yes, they did. They looked very, very good last night. Alexander Isaac Sanchez. Let's go, James, Mina, and the Toffees. We love to hear that from our new Colombian fans. Claire Barton, remember when Grealish skimmed the pitch and missed? Absolutely. It was hilarious. It's not Corona. There you go. Everyone, good morning. Luke Anderson. Adamola Lookman looked good. To be honest, I always rated Lookman. Always. I even, I used to sit there and say, of course, a young lad's got a bad attitude if you're not going to play him. It's about development. He weren't playing in the under-23s. He was rotting. Of course, you're going to be unhappy. So, Claire Barton. Oh, yeah, sorry. Lenny X plays. Fulham looked good against Sheffield United. They did, but I still question their defence. Claire Barton, United are. Is that a strawberry or a peach? I can't quite tell there, Claire. I can't, but either way, I see what you're saying. I think they're shot. Everton Bosches. Am I the only one that thinks Decore should have had a goal already? Yeah, I think Decore should have had a goal already. He's doing a different job than he was for Watford. He's trying to break down play with Alan and get the ball forward. There's been a bit of mixed reviews around Decore. Some people think he started really well. I personally don't. I don't think he's had a great start. I don't think he's been bad. I just don't think he started as brilliant as people think. So, yeah, I'm hoping he does come up. But, if he could score us 5 or 7 goals, I'll take that. And I'm not being funny, he's got 33 games to do it. Luke Anderson, hi, Mike. Hi, Luke. Claire Barton, nah, you're grand. You see, I love you, Claire. I love you. Who we got here? Alan Mification Musa. Hope James is playing class player. Yeah, we are going to come on to Everton and talk about them in a minute. Thomas Hanrahan. Thoughts on Carlo playing the media with the James and Van to be honest, I didn't really see the point, to be honest. Look, we've moved on. The game was last Saturday at 12:30. We need to get over these things. As a football club, as a fan base for both sides, it is what it is. Football is football. I don't agree with Liverpool. I don't agree with the media. I feel sorry for Van Dijk. He's out for a long time. I don't think Pickford was deliberate. Do I think Carlo needed to say that James was injured because of Van Dijk? No. Do I think he was injured because of Van Dijk? No. I don't see the point of him saying that. Do I suspect James to play? Yeah, I do. And I've suspected it the whole time. I put my Premier League predictions in my match preview. It's kind of sitting there going, I really want to include James, but I couldn't because he said he was out. But I really didn't think he'd not play. James Tugman, do you think James will play against Southampton? I do. Roger Thompson, got to clean my screen now, Mike. Yeah, sorry, mate. It was a bad sneeze. Pop Charles, think Rodriguez could start tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do. Diego Crespo, any relation to the Herman? Hi, Mike. I'm quite sure James will play. Then who will replace Richarlison? Bernard? Question mark. Personally, I think it'll be a Wobie. I think Bernard. I think the way that Ancelotti sets up his teams, he likes teams to be really physical. You know, Alan's a small player, but he's physical. He's well built. Bernard isn't. So I think Iwobi will always get the shout over, to be honest, always. What else we got there? What else we got? RP Caf. Mike, do you know if any of our squad watch your channel? I don't, mate. And to be honest, I always suspect that they don't because, you know, I think certainly me before John and then with John, we've always kind of said it as it is. So, you know, there's been times when I've said things about Koeman that there's no way Koeman or any of the players would have appreciated. Theo Walcott, Morgan Schneider, Sigurdsson, Davis. You know, I've criticised all of them at some point quite heavily, a lot more than, in my opinion, any other fan channel. So, I don't think they'd watch me. And equally as well, another thing is Everton ask fan channels to get involved and do things. You know, they asked Toffee TV and Rose if they would consider doing stuff for like Colombian TV. They didn't ask me, and they would never ask me because I am completely blunt to the point with them. So yeah, don't think any of them will watch me. Colin Weaver, Mike, this game will be a great test. It will. It'll be a great test. It'll be a great test to see how we manage without Richarlison. Because I know it sounds stupid, but Richarlison really does run a lot of the game for Everton. Even when he's not in it, you know, he's chasing back. He's trying to get on the ball. He's thinking outside the box. You know, nobody really knows what Richarlison's going to do. So him not being there will be a massive blow, in my opinion. James McDade, hi Michael, 2.1 for the Blues on Sunday. Yeah, you think more? Yeah, okay. Right. So I'm going to go back into the predictions and then we will go back into the comments, I promise. Right. Sunday, 2:00 kickoff. Southampton against Everton. A game that Everton, no doubt, will be up for. You know, at the end of the day, irrespective of results today, if Everton win, I'm pretty sure we'll still be something like 4 or 5 points clear at the top of the league. So it's a good opportunity for Everton to sort of start making that ground up. And, you know, if Everton after 10 games are in the top 4, all of us are taking that and all of us are thinking, right, where can we actually finish this season? Because a lot of us think, yeah, we're going to win the league. Yes, we're going to finish in the Champions League. But you need to have sort of 10, 12, 13 games to really see where you are. And this is a game that Everton need to be going into and we need to be winning. And at the very least, we have to be drawing, but we need to be winning. These are the teams that Everton have to go there, stamp their authority on the game, get James on the ball if he plays, or Decore and Allen. Make sure we use our creative players like, you know, if you have to play a Wobie, he has to be creative. You know, we've got to be able to go up against Southampton, dictate play, dominate where the ball goes, and feed to Dominic Calvert-Lewin because everything that man touches at the minute is a goal. So for me, Everton win this game 2-1, but I do think it's going to be a real battle. This game's going to be a real struggle. Wolves against Newcastle. There's only one winner in this, and that's Wolves. If you watch the True Geordie, he does a show called The Kickoff, and he spoke about the game last week against Manchester United and how Newcastle set up to basically draw or lose at home. They won't do that against Wolves, but Wolves will pick through them. Wolves will play through them. Wolves are starting to look like the side that they was last season. You know, they did have a weird defeat, which was like 4-0 at West Ham. Very, very weird result. But they've kicked on. Newcastle, for me, are really struggling this game, and I'll go Wolves 2-0. Arsenal against Leicester. Your 7:15 kickoff. Sky box office again. Absolutely shambles. Arsenal win that game, but it's a tough game. But Arsenal win it 2-0. Leicester really shocked me against Villa last week. You know, they really, really shocked me because I expected Leicester to win. certainly being the home side, so I was surprised. So, right, let's go back into the comments. Jamie Cole, Justin, James is playing because I said so. Good man, Jamie. Thomas Carter, we're top for a reason. We need to go in the game with league leaders mentality. Absolutely. Alan, I'm just going to say Alan Musa. Sorry about the long name. Alan is fine. There you go. Well, here you go. You've sorted now. Luke Anderson, Mike, do you do fantasy football? I took out Dallas and Bamford, who got 23 points for Watkins and Ross Barkley, who got 4. Bet you feel sick. I do fantasy football. Claire Barton, I'm saying 3-0 Everton. Claire, we're going to have a discussion about marriage, ain't you? Darren S. Hi, Mike. How you doing, bud? I'm great, man. The shite are shitting themselves because without Van Dijk, they won't win the league. I do think they'll struggle without Van Dijk. There's no getting around it. He's the best defender, or one of them in the world. They're going to struggle. No getting around it. Morning, mate. Mozart 36. Morning, mate. Enough already about Pickford. What they're going to do if someone gets rattled this weekend, buzzing for tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. Who knows? Diego Crespo Hernan is my cousin. As if, well, if that's the case, mate, let's get him on the channel. Let's get him on the channel, mate. Send me an email or message me on Twitter at Blue Boys Network. Luke Anderson, what's your opinions on Ross Barkley, by the way? Everyone calls him a snake, but honestly, I think it was Koeman. A lot of our players have come out and said they didn't like Koeman. First and foremost, the reason why Ross Barkley is a snake isn't because he left. It's because of the way he left. He could have went in the August for 50 million. He then chose to go in January for 20. We lost 30 million pounds just so he could line his pocket with a signing on for. He's someone for as that result. I don't respect him at all. You do not do that against your boyhood club. As a player, Ross Barkley is a good player. There's no getting around of it. He's dynamic. He can pick up the ball. He can run with it. He can beat people. He can take people on. He can score goals. He's a good player. And in that Villa team, playing alongside Jack Grealish, he's going to have a lot of the ball. He's going to be able to dictate play. He's going to be able to do the things he wants to do. Barkley will have a great season at Villa, and it wouldn't surprise me if they're signing permanently in summer. Luke Anderson, the same too. Pop Childs, it won't be walking the park, though. I think we'll win. Yeah, it'll be tough. Claire Barton, at least you're honest. You say, I love you. Ian Concannon, this game is packed with questions, difficult and fascinating. That's why you need to tune into the watch along at 1:40 tomorrow to watch me and Judgy from the Across the Park podcast and watch it with us. And equally, now you know that, share it with your friends. Tubbs MD Tubio, sooner or later, James needs a rest for the long game. Yes, he will. He will. But he didn't play a lot of football last season. So, does he? Calvin, is it Calvin Lowe? Apologies if it's wrong. 2-1 for the Blues. Good man. Celtic Vape, how about on Konku? Sorry if it's wrong spelling, left wing could be interesting. He's the player I want to play there. So don't get it twisted. He's the one I want to play on the left wing. But I think he'll play Iwobi. I just think he'll play Iwobi. Imagine, somebody made a really good point in one of the comments saying, imagine bringing Nkonku in, who is a left back, or is a registered left back, and dropping Gordon and Iwobi behind him. Imagine what that does to the squad's confidence. So, and I get that. Pete Duggan, to be fair, Iwobi's looked quite improved compared to last season when he came off the bench. Seems like he might be a suitable replacement for Richarlison. And yes, he has looked better. No doubt about it. Claire Barton, to be fair, Arsenal barely beat Rapid Vienna. They did, but I would still say Rapid Vienna, in my opinion, Rapid Vienna would probably beat Leicester based on their performance last week against Villa. So, tough one. Roger Thompson was thinking Nkonku at left back and move Luca Dean forward. Again, look, that's not a bad shout. That's certainly not a bad shout. Nkonku is a great talent player. He's got good ability, pace, skill. I love him. I really rate him. 2 more fixtures. We've got Brighton against West Brom. Brighton at Brighton beat West Brom easy 3-0. Not West Brom have played really bad. I think Brighton haven't played as bad this season. I think Brighton have played all right. They've just been a bit unlucky with some of the results. And Burnley against Tottenham, 8 o'clock kickoff. I suspect that Burnley win that game. Just think they will. I don't know why. I think Spurs look great in the Europa League. They really did. They looked good against Europa League. But look who they were playing. Burnley are gonna have to change the way they're playing. They're gonna have to be stronger, more physical. And I just think Tottenham might, for some reason, struggle with that. So, look, I think either a Burnley win or a draw. Tottenham have definitely got enough players to beat them. They have, and any other weekend I'd go Tottenham 2-0. I just think for some reason, I just think Burnley are going to win. So I'm going Burnley 1-0. 1-0, and Ashley Barnes header. So, guys, right, I'm leaving it there. Thank you ever so much. Make sure if you're new, subscribe to the channel. If you're not new, press the like button and make sure that this link you share with all of your friends and get them to subscribe to us. Absolutely love you. And see you soon. Peace.